NPP ako opposition.
Rev Owusu Bempah. So Dr. Bawumia wini anasori dibegu.
Obibia waya anti-Christ, waya anti-God. Obibia wotia Yesu. O medi o manya nimda. Me ma chichire semempene ema obronsamba eme lead o manya da. Be ma mampo no obehye samra.
Rev Owusu Bempah. O ye certain man of God.
Mu NPP ye be hold mo. De mempekura ne se obi a demon sahye ne ma eba be lead o manya. Obi a oni Jesus eni apam. Possible. Onyame 2013 and a prophecy way bad.
Now, let me know Kumasi. The very Libya.
Obibia Obabeli do mine. Oh, Beshambra etia Christianity. Oh, ma. Now, Coco, your big chance and Owusu Bempah and Odiyaw and a Hawaii. I am Kwasiadia no Muya.
A true man of God will do this.
May soundo as a prophet. Monfa muhumura politics. Do it and ya evil.
Rev Owusu Bempah hates Islam. And the Bia, I favor the piano. That
is what he said to me. Bet me a show video. Actually, say me come maybe o ko chi to na ma me so chi to anya no kre. And na Akufo-Addo so o ma twantro to no so say police for ba soro dem na me ma mo bu aprosi for no am be a collapse. And on so gidi. Can pass what the proof no beba. When me afa proof bi ankwan command na Akufo-Addo be sim there no proof and I will deal with them.
Reverend Dr. Owusu Bempah say or the Bawumia Dr. Large Mahmoud Bawumia or the not wefiase. Papa no enya dia obedi Ghana so enne ochena na de chiyen so ka ho o ma papa no kore medi president impo na nka me pese Ghana ya baba be som no na papa ne kasem no ewo na no da kwasi ada sori ye oyeye ewo na sori dem wo no ana papa ne buafu kikensem akase atele egu osono manyokuo New Patriotic Party NPP amanyokuo ne so osono no so kira manyokuo no New Patriotic Party NPP say eshoma dwimu say afi 2028 omo ba power dia ene lalai se be eburu se ne enya ado wane agu osono manyokuo so na ene o kiremu say antichrist bi ne nanenam ncha o makramoni medi so ensem a okanyina na oba akuti abate ye se akuti bia onzo wi ewoni wura ma na make say Zeiga nso kiremu say opo bia oye certain small oye fake man of God Owusu Bempah na ensam de bi wo ha Moson for Dan Kwesi Prince Daily View GH Mede muama ne boni nchiremu no ede ebrew. Na before na Mede Owusu Bempah ene Zeiga nsem ne bidi ebrew no. Oye company, oye brands ankrankra dwumakuo. Minim bia wo hwe mi fi utie mi free. O pese o advertise ewo Daily View GH ye channel we so and as a platform we so. Ye jebre ebo nyuma hu de wuro product niema oton niema wo ye ewo waso ye amanfo ediom ani ko twa mansan ehu niema oton niema wo ye ewo waso ye ho amanfo ba ne uba bedi dwa ye frel test WhatsApp wa ye numbers no na eda wo screen so fa ene ye marketing team penifo mbon komo twetwen komo na jimu chirimu no eyi abusia yemra yensem ne so na ena no da kwasi ada ya etwamu ya which is last Sunday ya etwamu ya and the nation's prophets, Reverend Apostle Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempah, ejina na sorry demne ne sorry mane Ghana ekasa ye. Chire mu se nyankopon ahye ne nkombia sondaye di akere no. Na sa nkom hye o chire mu se enye ne o. Eye 2013 ton na oka sensem we na Ghana fo bu na ye mu ne ntie wate. E bibi nti na mana basa. O chire mu se nkom hye we agurade ye akere ne long time no see. Na papa ne kasem no gina na sorry man anim no na okasa nyina na eyebebuo mu so an akwese Yesu ene na suafo ne nam na obuo mu be no sa na papa yi kasa na o kire mu se gurade yi sa dae ne de akere na ne krenkren ne nyina no kasa ne nyina no fa so na manyokuo New Patriotic Party NPP amanyokuo no ene Făke tunia party no eyi no Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ehum na papa no kasam no kire mu se Christopher yema ye nya den ni ensori nyina na sai kramofo a osoro manyokuo pese ode sakramoni ni bedi Ghana so no ye mmonu ntungu na ono Owusu Bempah kire mu se nyankopon te ase so no so te ase no enya dia Dr. Bawumia ne osoro manyokuo 2028 on beba power ne ochina na de chiye eka ho.
That is what he said to me. Bet me a show video. Actually, say me come maybe o ko chi to na ma me so chi to enya no kre.
Now nobody
can
true. Show any video that I went somewhere, brought out a gun, and the person I went to also brought out a gun. It's not true.
Senkenya so to mu hene. Anka baby a yɛkɔ yɛse ane maame ne kɔhyia kora anka meme nkɔ.
Now the Sotuom
Chief
chief,
deɛ na ma Sotuom hene ɛne ahemfo bi ɔmo baa me nkyɛn.
I was giving
honor.
honor.
Ɔsɔfo a moyɛ me witness. Me ne na network na call ne bae.
I was only showing honor and respect.
So ɔbɛpa me kyɛw.
I was only showing
Na
honor.
asomdwie mmra. Yɛkɔ for peace. Ti na maame na aka so Owusu Bempah ba so ɔbɛpɛ peace. Me ni peace bi a me de ma no. Won sɛ no deɛ nkrɔfo nka. Ɛna one two. Wobɛte han na ɔkɔ maame no ɔkɔ twi tuo. Ɛna maame no so twi. Ne kɔ twi tuo.
Now,
And almost said that you sue no, but I want to me catch me Owusu Bempah say, and yet no Alancheramantina, woman who's all those support a man, woman who's a woman pet Dr. Bawumia sem. But Yehu Bibi, and no enemy how I'm a fair.
right.
Show much in Nanya me crown won't bet me because I'm a
Now, I was only showing, giving
That's order
honor.
from above. Same famine cost tracking force. Afianajo. A prosifo omode ayi ahyehyɛ omanim 8 ebe famia ko me pane akume nyame maami hui da bia me ka asema nkofo fi se meboa ana me pe obi obe challenge na ke court na me improve
Now,
omu yusu dampare omu hu se afede NDC fo do omu hu agim ase NPP fo no bi bu afu ana omu conclusion na ne se ne yenwo ne pane yanku no yenwo ne pane na yem finish no oh politics. Saa time no mini obia krosu nipono on saa de no enu nti senye nyame na ba mu bi ena nye nyame na ode me ye na me me pe na me de ye ya anka ba na me nti ase senko nyame a me yi ankyere me se omukọ opane akum ena nka man kan kyere sofa na kwasi mo ama o man tena hospital hwa na dentina me down hospital bed so near the handcuff abominsa etwa me nsa me bleedi na ho aso nya san de drip asan ahye me nsa ya mienu ya bɔ me drip adentina wo mfa handcuff no kra mo hanfa mompem baby a omo sa order from above baby a drip no esi no ɛho na omo de handcuff no bɔ no osan de twa me na me bleedi ɛna me nsa ɛho no now koka wo yo bi gina nkyɛn sɛ ɛna Owusu Bempah ɛna odi yaw ɛna ho awan ɛyɛ nkwase ade na omu yɛ no ɛyɛ nkwase ade otumase entu fi sɛ saa tam no nanka me wo bi a ɔwɔ influence ɛwɔ aban no man ko betimi ayɛ saa ko mutumi ɛna na Akufo-Addo so o ma twa ntoro to no so sɛ police for ba asɔre dem na me ma mo bu aprosifo no ama bi collapse. And on also GD. Dampare so the proof no beba. When Timmy for proof beyond one command and Akufo-Addo, besim there, no proof. And I will deal with them. I dear measure okay, also from translate.
Now, like I said before. All right, can we have some silence then? Thank you. So like I said before, I was only giving honor to the chief of Sotuom because he came to me and informed me that he wanted to broker peace between me and a certain woman. And so I went there in honor. Can we have some silence, please? Silence. Thank you. So he wanted to broker peace between me and so I went there in honor of what the chief wanted to do. And when I went there, well, it didn't happen because the woman said she was not going to she was not going to allow there to be peace. That is the subterfuge they used at the time I was arrested. In fact, the main reason I was arrested was what Chairman Moon to me said to me that I had allegedly thrown my support to Honorable Kojo Alanchemanting. And so now, at that time, I had to do something about it and reverse my support for Dr. from Alanchemanting now for Dr. Bawumia. And so they used the IGP at the time, Dampare. They arrested me even when I was on the hospital bed. The same hand where they had inserted the line was the same hand they handcuffed me against the bed. But I had done nothing. I had done nothing wrong. It was because of politics. And this demonstrates the power politics has in the nations of our world. At that time, if I had someone who had influence in the corridors of power, do you think that they would have done to me what they did to me at that time? The answer is obvious.
Born again believer.
That is why I'm urging on you. I'm urging on you.
You don't want to involve yourself. No.
Don't say you are a born again believer, and so there are certain positions of power you don't want to get involved. Don't say that.
I remember say, Openi bi yes or best stand there, mommy. Omo da penini says some person be lose in a juma. Don't stay away from Owusu.
At that time, somebody stood out to advocate for me. They said to the person, if you don't want to lose your businesses, stay away.
The entire make culture say politics, who you born again believer, involve yourself. Those days, you know, Senkenye now sitting president. Urua. John Dramani Mahama. Our dinner no bear movie. A man named Crawford, a Bowra movie. And Kadia Betumeno, you have no idea.
Now, in those days, had it not been the current president, who was the opposition leader at that time, who raised his voice, spoke about it, and his party and party communicators in opposition also spoke about it, you have no idea what they would have done to me.
Apart from protection,
apart from God's protection,
protecting me.
Apart from God's protection, now his people were the ones that protected me.
Mahama, the lawyers, and the Kasamame.
At that time, Mr. Sami Jemfi and the lawyers of the president, President Mahama, who was the opposition leader at that time, they were the ones who were all over on radio speaking against what the government was doing.
Because why a president did that?
Because he's been president in Ghana, so he's got a voice.
To the moment Tomo says a bit too so for Owusu Bempah, NPP be hold Sami Jemfi any brace or more Kasawa and I'm a fema woman who said no, baby, I didn't do.
So now when Mr. Sami Jemfi and other communicators of the opposition party at that time started speaking up against it, that if anything evil happens to Prophet Owusu Bempah, we'll hold NPP party responsible. That was when they started to put down their weapons.
So
don't let anyone tell you
evil. No,
that politics is evil. It is not. Because it is part of our human endeavors. If you say you are not concerned about politics, then someone who is concerned about it will choose a leader you don't want for you. Now, do you know at that time I had not met Mr. Alan Tremantin. I had seen him on television, but I had not seen him face to face.
Na debia me kase omunna osofopani Archbishop Nicholas Danka Williams ase. Omudi dwato akọ na Akufo-Addo ma vice president ya Bawumia ene NPP for mpani for Samia Uku Mr. Fred Owaremo e di dwato ekọ Archbishop ho. And I always say that they should thank the Archbishop Nicholas Danka Williams because they had petitioned him. They had petitioned him, and when I went to meet them there, they rendered an apology to me. I considered God, and I considered the honor I have for the Archbishop, and I forgave them. Now let me tell you something. Now in Ghana, whether you like it or not, 2016,
everyone knows that in 2016, God used Prophet Owusu Bempah to bring NPP to power.
Even politicians.
My voice was the loudest. My voice was the loudest, even more than some of the politicians themselves. And when it comes to prayer, I prayed more. I did more spiritual and prophetic work than any other person. Because when I see the direction of God, and I see the one God has chosen, I go all out. I have no reservations.
Samuel all out.
Now someone went all out for Saul.
Until Saul disobedient.
Until the day Saul obeyed God.
Still, not someone in Pono pleading for Saul.
Was still pleading with God for Saul until God rebuked Samuel. And then Samuel kept quiet. As for you, you can tell me you are a born again believer. So at every time you want to be controlled. You want to be controlled.
The reason why I make us answer
now, the reason I am saying all this is that I want to encourage you to get involved in politics. Maybe you don't like it, but if you have what it takes for it,
politics, do it.
If you love politics, get involved. It is not evil.
I didn't say last week. Wasn't
it beautiful when you saw the video of the president of Ghana last week in church, dancing with his wife, sitting in the midst of the congregation? There was no special seat designated for him in church. He was sitting amongst the congregation. They were even cracking jokes. They're asking, why did they make the president sit in the midst of a congregation? And the leader answered and said, because he didn't turn up for rehearsal. And now it cracked them up. They were all in stitches. Now, wasn't it lovely? Were you not amused?
Fair gentleman.
That the first gentleman of the nation stood in church. He was clapping with the congregation, praying with the congregation, listening to the preaching. And what I'm happy about is that he also knows how to preach. Now, did you hear what Trump said? The comment he made.
Christians,
he said, Christians, don't be fools. Get involved in politics.
Now, you hear Debbie, who say, oh, yeah,
as for us, we always appear sanctimonious.
Who told you?
Always abstaining from politics or political affairs. And if you are a politician, you are hell bound. You will go to hell. Who told you? When a righteous man rules, there is prosperity and peace. It's in the Bible.
You have fivefold ministries. Ephesians chapter 4.
Fivefold ministries in the book of Ephesians chapter 4. We've got the apostles. He said he has made some apostles,
prophets,
and he's made some prophets,
pastors,
he's made some pastors,
teachers,
he's made some teachers,
evangelists,
he has made some evangelists.
A New Testament and your Old Testament.
Now this is in the New Testament, not in the Old Testament.
It is still prophetic ministry.
So the prophetic ministry is still functioning and is relevant.
And prophetic ministries leaders. And
one of the functions of the prophetic ministry is to appoint leaders for nations.
Prophets with
God assigns prophets to governments and kingdoms.
President Tibia was a spiritual person.
Now every president has a spiritual person in his life. Now, even those who don't believe in Jesus, they have spiritual men in their lives. So if that person does not believe Jesus, that spirit that backs that president or leader is the spirit that rules the nation through the leader. And the spirit through the president will implement policies that will be disadvantageous for Christians. That is my worry. That is what I don't want to see or hear happening.
But president will believe in Jesus Christ.
But the president that believes in Jesus, the Spirit of God rules the nation through him.
abusia na papa no nsɛm no bi ɛno no ɛne nsɛm no wa wokɔ ne page a ne YouTube ne Facebook page a wobɔ full video ni nyina nsɛm de waka bi yo na nsɛm no akwa ma ɛna America sɛ Zeiga radio personality and as a media personality a friend Zeiga ɛnɛ wɔ Kesvin mache dwumadi so kyerem sɛ papa no ahu ohun obi o twentro ten Owusu Bempah da opo obi o settings eye Owusu Bempah na Zeiga kasam na o kyerem so Owusu Bempah de enya na onim no long time no see wa Ashanti region Kumasi na chese ye friend Libya se Liberia manzo Zeiga kyerem so Owusu Bempah nka no kre na nyame yadom na NPP ba na sorry no ebegu
Rev Owusu Bempah. Yeah. You see, say na sorry the ebegu. Oh yes, ebegu. O pass my market to the wall. Minimum maker.
Evangelist.
Listen, obi oni mi bia say. In my days, I started reading psychological books or take cancer and be defiant no man, be defiant no man, be doing something persuade. I deal with human behavior and then confide with myself. I saw any begu. But make sure I do quality begu. Listen to me. If NDC, every election 2028,
yeah,
ultimately take credit no. Rev Owusu Bempah, say NDC we need 2028 elections. Ultimately take the credit to you because we have a lot of NDC pastors almost so prophesy say NDC will win 2028. Haven't we heard some before? Jamaica Rata say. They said year 2024, year babeto abano. Tama no prophesy say President Mahama ntiminya president biem. That ana Bedu Kobi, Reverend Bedu Kobi, any prophet Nigeria Gesimo prophesy say 2024 NDC will win the power. Jamaica Rata say. And son or Bekabi. Beside that, what the bar in the physical realm, me as a logician, meaning say, who follow the history of Ghana politics, the information of Ghana politics, ababi aba onya 8 years, mewa. Ababi aba onya 8 years. So, logically, ubatimi akase this will get 8 years. Mewa. The only opportunity NPP ever to win 2028 is say NDC will be fielding new candidates. In our history, our Ghana politics, no, party bia fielding fresh candidate. Our new be our contested pay, contested what we need that. And I say, obia when a certain president be contested, be we need a see that, a be see that. That's the only opportunity NPP has going into 2028 elections. But my information, I mean, from the 1992 bad day, Abba when you're 8 years. So you can also be informed by that information to say that NPP wouldn't come to power. And an 8-year-old girl cried him say, NDC won. They had 8 years. NPP 1, they had 8 years.
I be here to me see.
2000 NDC 2 had 8 years. NPP 2 had 8 years.
Yeah, but be here to me see.
Yes, and I will tell you why. Not sorry to be good. Check. Listen. Say, Dr. NDC we need to take credit. Dr. Bawumia winia ebe collapse na sorry.
Next Bawumia ne winnie and that's in the begu.
Yes,
that's what you are saying.
Yes, I'm saying that send this winnie and your noa because nipa bebre akada. Sound very ne. And I pair the information of physical realm. No. Send this winnie and your because I baby about in your 8 years. But Dr. Bawumia winnie and that's already begu. Because people will come to realize that we are a certain man of God. I'm telling you.
That want to mean cancer and man of God.
Yes,
I don't know. Obekachan is all your settings.
Make sure you quality or a certain man of God.
Would that be want to mean cancer?
Apart from Adidiatemno, make sure you quality or a certain man of God. Okay? What kind of Pew Ghana researcher? Pew Research Center a research firm, a global research firm. Almost the fastest growing major religion in the world is Islam. Islam. Now 2010 equals 2028. 10 years. Nipa 347 million. And they call Islam. And no matter the culture, Christianity, crawling, and grow to say Islam. One of the key factors we have theology, you find to be Christian apologetic. So Christian apologetic, you know, we defended the Bible and the Christianity because there are some exposés be our Bible more. And sometimes and conform with you say it does not make sense to them. For example, we the Bible say, "Tama Ken ku ninia Abel no Ken koi and or koware no woye." That time you see the part for the net we are say why no kokoware no. You need a theologian to break that to them. So people read the Bible and this Christian apologetic, when they don't understand it, they go to Islam. That is one too. Obviously, the lifestyle of today, the lifestyle of the modern men of God, the lifestyle of the modern men of God is reducing, reversing people from Christianity. The lifestyle, and that lifestyle, it been a Rev Owusu Bempah.
Are you saying so? You're man of God.
Are you
saying he's not spiritual?
That's why you're spiritual or not. No minimum Kumasi. The friend in Libya, Unubobopa. Obobo the friend in Libya, Unubobopa. No minimum say Yamesa on so. But you walk a canon and Yamesa on and now win him. No minimum say Yamesa on so. But you walk a minimum said I don't know because a true man of God wouldn't do this. You let me come to my ear. And the quote make us say, yes, settings man of God, they say. Boss, so with this idea, make a obviously some lifestyle of some men of God contribute to reverse the progress of Christianity. Listen, inconsistency of some of the men of God. A man called Christianity. A man called fire reluctant. They don't go to church because of this inconsistency. Listen, Rev Owusu Bempah, NDC 2, Ras Mubarak, I am a boss. Tell you, catch a Ghana for say, Tamana Rev Owusu Bempah Bashi NDC for no. Rev Owusu Bempah Bawumia Hosei Yamano Osheikas, Aman Farmer. If you want to start to say or criticize NDC day in and day out, every day NDC is because of that. That's what Ras Mubarak told us. So it looks like say Adebia and favor Rev Owusu Bempah. No, they are caught as already them say as or prophesied it. Let me tell you something. Adena Okeka and NPP and NPP. It is not about Obiao. And you two things. One, he can't bear the pain that his candidate in the NPP, Alan Chamatin, did not become the flag bearer.
And the candidate.
Yes, the candidate in Alan Chamatin. And to what me still I don't to me override that pain, overpower that pain. Say Alan Chamatin to be a flag bearer. That is one. Two, he cannot stand to see a Muslim becoming president of this country. Rev Owusu Bempah hates Islam and he doesn't want. Yes, yeah, me say he hates. Sorry for using this word. But he hates somebody or a Muslim to become a president. Meaning the America. The candidate Alan Chamatin did not win and the NPP back opposition, and on person a Muslim to become a president. He's not doing it for NDC. He's doing it because or have pain. Yeah, birim. Rev Owusu Bempah say, Sheikh Nuhu Shaributu. His eminence. Ebeko the creation. 2019. Sad time now catch. Say I'm gonna catch then I'm gonna catch on. I cannot tell. But he said that at that time, no, he said a Sheikh. NDC agenda. I'm telling you. No free say shake your NDC agenda. And do maybe we a man of God. Let's say Obo NDC. What me are recording will be head Kasania recorded at Yababoti. No one kasa malign people that were NDC that I know NPP no malign. Some men of God on here NDC for we was malign them.
We are sure.
Yeah. I have heard the video and you have say audio no malign Apostle General Krachanka. Do you know the reason why Krachanka no person be heard him? Tell me President Mahama ekobu to juro mo say gunuso. You understand? Obibia or opposite side say. That is why I feel that look, he's losing it. Because you are with NPP. Just by me carry you. Oba FDC, I started criticizing a Prophet Kusi Boateng. Eti adie bia an favor the piano or ha ahanye or ha ahanye. That is how Rev Owusu Bempah. Rev Owusu Bempah catch and say President Mahama can never be president. Or man people for who you almost dead me boy. What the club want to be? So many videos around me boy. Was it President Mahama to be president in PM when we the Juma? Want to say Dr. Bawumia winning and the flag bearer? No, who is say no? What me tell my Dr. Bawumia be president because Alan Chamatina ne say keba and no cross carpet eko ka say and nyamese Mahama kuma pentino nyamesa do man nationalist. You were in the change of government here. There's no way NPP could have won that election. You will change of government here. The na Akufo-Addo here your man. There's no way an NPP bet me winning power. The American what I say. And I say nyame kwa de kaya. No men of God did be bebredi ka kadada. Bebredi ka kadada. Was the President Mahama to be your president? That is my information. The information is there's video actualities. Twice our guy said President Mahama to be your president. But today, President Mahama, by the grace of God, is the president of this country, and we are all enjoying this microeconomic indicators. And then yet to be took a scale. And then inflation, dollar dina.
Nanu bini say on penny or tisun to be your president. Na sebi or software kasabana so kase sisi adi assessant say ne beba unyini.
I don't believe him. So make the Rev Owusu Bempah to apologize to NPP for. Per what he has said. I was not sorry them.
But did you believe him then?
Listen, Mama tried to continue. Maybe you can't Rev Owusu Bempah. No, you're powerful person that never knew.
Bempah said now you're powerful.
The reason why I make a choice say, no, me so that's you're powerful. They cannot tell because no say. Those days in Kumasi and conform to be prophesied now. On one the castle will be Pierre Bishop Duncan Williams the fee. I'm a war pay free buy. The American watch I say. Get them Owusu Bempah. You do bet me. But the Oki cannot sorry them one man of God the be an yes, sir. Man of God the be did the come on not sorry them be an American the Subium. Was in my house will be the house of prayer and my words. So, Obi afen we be radio no we tie me. But video ni na tie na sanyame saworo so no okasare na I will be very surprised. That's what I read to you the Pew Research Center forecast the fastest growing the father say religion, major religion in the world, Islam. Because of some of these things. So today, say me obia me apologetic. Na me pese me join. Me pese afede me obia me enkofi kura e form say enkofi omo jijiji no mani. Then me pese me join religion. Me back Christianity. And the first word that me share Kesben TV. Na mate say Rev Owusu Bempah kasajo I go to Islam because we so be the atam. The American what must say. And na make catch you say no. But the working canon recently no more wakano say Mahama to be president. President Mahama became president. Sheikh Nuhu Shaributu Bewu Okan 2019 Papa na tenasia for 7 years or that's what Nyame adomara kwa. You see, we don't do that.
I say nyame ya wanwa dear. Say ne waka say ebia ne we be see na say ensia na no nche say nipa ne ye fake and nipa ne ye setters. I don't know one and don't go so be JD.
That me hu ni say it's like si oni ha ese se me kan say. Se me wa ha ese se me kan say. Sa na me hu na say ndisi for no helu tutu. Oh, ndisi for no am helu tutu e di nkomo. Wo de yakwa anim na anu de besi. Ebi so anu o ka sewe e di hu a NPP for mama be pare chaw. No, I said, NPP for NPP. You see, we need to defend Christianity. This is not the Christianity. Ya papa mudijai. When your Christianity, so far kwesi amu akumudijai.
Abusia na ensemni bi eno na make us say. If you shall snake and sweating and what tomorrow na make us akora manugu so make us say. Oh your life ni nyine mu na haya ana mede ebebro mesro. So ba no subscribe we me notification bell on your next episode. Wonsa etimi aka da sane biem ye bedi ahia mu efra me dan kwese prince makrao